All right, hey everybody. So this is going to get confusing already because I'm trying to figure this out, but I'm reacting to Asmongold reacting to Pewdiepie reacting to his room. It's reactception. Let's do it.
Apparently, Pewdiepie reacted to my room. I think the last time he reacted to me was whenever my ex-girlfriend told me that she would shit on me. And it wouldn't be a big deal because you could just take a shower. This is...
Based? Hey, what? Okay. Let's just keep going. I don't expect high class here.
It's gonna be round 2.
Don't turn the camera all around, Felix.
Oh my fucking god, dude. Jesus Christ. Oh.
Everybody
the drinks,
makes a
I'm
big
like,
deal
okay,
out
but
of
the
it.
uneaten food, that's just bad, dude.
Not bad.
Oh god.
Okay, the drinks are okay. I mean, me personally, the drinks are not okay. I mean, you got cans that are filled with sugary drink that are just sitting there. I mean, I guarantee you there's ants. You can't see them, but I bet they're there.
It's not bad.
What?
And he says it's not bad. It's pretty bad.
Yeah. We got Subway, Starbucks, McDonald's. We got the whole spiel.
What?
What do you think? You're streaming all it like 24/7.
Yeah, exactly.
Just throw your bag over there in the pile. I've reacted to hoarder videos that look a lot like this.
Yeah.
Bro, like, that's like literally no shot.
Totally shot.
Hoarder videos have... There's like some crazy lady and she's collected like 750 lampshades in one room, and then after cleaning 600 lampshades out of the room, they find out there's a dead cat underneath all the lampshades that nobody even knew was there. He's been there for 20 years. He's a mummy now. Like, I don't want to hear about, like, it's nothing like the actual hoarder houses.
That is exactly what a hoarder would say is, it's not that bad. It's really not that bad. I'm not collecting these, but I'm not throwing them out, though. I'm holding on to them. Not for any reason. I just haven't gotten to it. That's what the hoarders say. And I guarantee, same thing.
Those are 1,000 times worse.
Yeah, of course. Everything else is
That
worse. See?
reminds
I
me,
didn't
there's
have to
a
finish the
famous
sentence.
one. I love the title too, multimillionaire streams.
Okay. So I remember...
The man who gives all this life advice and just...
Okay, all right, okay. So real quick, I want to say, so this happened right at... So I came back...
All right. Prepare yourself for excuses. Garrett, there's going to be some good ones, I'm sure. I'm going to say that it's probably... This was a one-time deal, but it's not. And I'm sure he's going to say that, like, oh, I cleaned it up right after this. And the guy's right. The dude here with the bunny or cat earphones, whatever, that guy's not wrong. I mean, this is a guy that people say can give life advice. You want to take life advice from this guy? Let me tell you what you should do if you really want to have a good life. That's basically, I mean, he might be living his best life. Asmongold might be living his best life the way he thinks about it. I don't know.
This is the first time I came back home from BlizzCon,
Here we
okay? And this is like 2017, and...
That doesn't matter because he left it this way. Okay? That makes it worse, actually. The fact that this is how it was when I came back. Is he about to claim that somebody else made this mess? Like somebody else got into his room and drank 42 sodas in like less than a week? Is that what he's about to say? I know he's not about to say that.
I came back and everything was a complete fucking mess.
He's halfway there.
And I was like, because the thing is, I came back home. I was going to clean up everything before I left, but I figured it would just be easier to just leave and then I don't have to think about it.
Yeah, of course. You leave the giant mess so that way you don't have to worry about it while you're gone. Because, I mean, maybe some bugs, a friendly rodent will carry some stuff away for it. They might make it better. He was expecting someone to fix this while he was gone. It's not like he's got the money to hire a maid. He couldn't hire somebody to clean this sty up. I'm trying to watch my cursing.
And like I did clean it up after this.
Did he?
Yeah, I did.
The general usually
Got
walk
bad
all
again.
that advice to everyone.
I know it got bad
Okay,
again.
To
I like
watch
this guy.
Peterson clean your room. Just
Yeah.
watching this, I don't know.
Rule number 1: clean your room. It's a cross, and you pick it up and you bear it. Sorry, it's not a good.
It's the reverse.
It makes me anxious, but also a little sad.
It's,
There's no reason to be sad.
There is
I
reason
was
to be
farming
sad.
Maw of Souls 12 hours a day.
That is not.
This was
He tried to make an excuse, and then the truth comes out. No, I wasn't. I was farming Maw of Souls for 12 hours a day. I was happy about this. He's a pig in stuff.
during Legion. I was having fun. Like it's almost like there's like an inverse
having fun.
paradigm of the cleaner my room is and the more in order my life is, the worse WoW is. So like if WoW's doing really well, there's like 3 rats in the room at any given time. But like if the game
He's being serious. He's being serious right there. He's like, there's actually rats in his room. I feel like he might be making a joke, but I actually believe that there probably are. I said it, there probably are rats living in his room. I think that's why people watch. You know what? I'll say that. For later.
sucks, I vacuum the floor.
Like, thinking about cleaning this up just makes me angry. I don't want to do it.
yeah.
But I want to do it. But this is so dirty that if you just, like, just shove it all.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Like,
That's,
Yeah,
that's
it doesn't
straight up
even
what I did.
matter. Like, you don't have to be careful.
That's
Get,
straight
like,
up what I
a
did.
giant drum from the freaking hardware store and just throw it all in it. Yeah, man.
Yeah, yeah.
It took 3 garbage bags.
I mean, I got a D&D book right here. I got 2,
3
one
garbage
empty can
bags.
of Coke, and one's halfway
empty
full, and the other one is in the glass.
It's
the rest of it's in
acceptable.
the glass. I got an air conditioner remote, a pen that's broken.
Oh, it's not like this level then.
So you got like us, who we do videos. I feel like when we're recording videos, we like put more into it in the moment. Like we go hard for like 30 minutes. I'm like, are we used to
Yeah,
do
and then
that?
we're like, all right, let's
Yeah.
clean all this shit up.
Not so much anymore, but we used to like really get into it while we're making the videos. But then when you're streaming, you sit there and you're kind of doing your thing, but you have to do it for like so long.
Right. That's a lot of hours that goes into it.
Even the vent right there is freaking.
Oh,
is
the
filthy.
vent.
Oh, no.
The vent, it's got fur on it. That doesn't look like it. That doesn't look like a return. Let me do a quick rundown for you. That looks like a vent, like a where the air comes. It looks like a register where the air comes out. You know, when you look at a vent in your house and you have like the larger ones that are generally like square, those are returns. That's where air gets sucked into. And that makes sense that you would have dirt on it because that means it's sucking in air. That air goes through a filter in the air handler and then, comes out clean, is ideally. What that says to me, because that didn't happen in a day. That is not like weekly, my return vent is getting dirty. That is, your return vent is clogged somewhere. You have an animal living in your ventilation, it seems like. Or, I think his mom was a heavy smoker, which makes that make a little bit more sense, but that still air has to come out. That means that there's so much stuff in his air system, in his ventilation system already, that is just horribly unhealthy and disgusting. And his system is probably going to get clogged and start, like, the coil's going to get clogged up, and then the water won't, or the air can't get through, then it ices up the coil, and then the coil leaks, and water goes everywhere, and then mold. His house probably smells like a paper mill. I'm just gonna take a guess. If you went there, it probably stinks pretty bad. That's just me.
How are they gonna call me out on the vent?
Cause it's a disgusting vent. What do you mean?
I didn't even know.
hard is
I
it
thought
to-
that was natural that vents started to look like
No, it's
that.
not fucking
But
natural.
I'm gonna
You
get
idiot.
called out on the fucking vent.
Are
you kidding me?
You take this, one of these. You take one of these, Zach, and you wipe the damn vent.
Airflow, it just goes out.
How hard is that?
Yeah, show the vent.
Yeah, show the vent.
Okay, give me.
Let's see how the vent looks now.
Get this real quick. Where is it? Webcam. There it is. Okay. All right. So you guys want to see the vent?
Yeah. Let's see the vent. I want to see how disgusting this is.
And so here is the vent.
It's still disgusting. It's the same thing. He still hasn't cleaned it. No, it is a register. That's not a return. That's a register. That means the air coming out is disgusting. Oh, you sick. Oh, you filthy child. Ah, this guy's a child.
It's good. You
gross.
cleaned it up. No, is that bad?
Yes.
Wait, no. You guys are looking directly into it.
No, that is not looking. No,
that is.
it is not looking directly into it. It's fuzzy.
Yeah. That is.
And he's making excuses again. He's making excuses for the filth in his life. No, it's not.
Get your ducts cleaned for your health. I have no idea.
Yes, please. Somebody in his chat is intelligent.
Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Should give him a life advice on how not to say M-word in front of other people. Bro, that was how many years ago was that? I mean, are you still caught up on that? Yeah. Everybody knows that happened.
Yep. I mean, you're not wrong.
Just move on. Everybody else has moved on. Yeah, it's 5 years ago. Holy shit.
I don't watch PewDiePie ever. I have no
That clip's
idea.
older than this picture.
I don't know if there's something wrong with me, but if I even see a smudge on the wall, my brain is just have to clean it. I can't do anything.
I'm not
Man,
like that.
he's got the A1 sauce on there, the mug root beer. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The black bottle beside, right there beside it. That's the A1.
This looks like. Is this ice cream? I can't tell if that's I mean, is that Cold Stone Creamery or is that Wendy's chili or is that KFC gravy? I don't think it's KFC. I haven't had KFC in a long time, but I would think that looks like Wendy's chili or a cold. I would say probably more Cold Stone or something. And if that's a dairy product, that's even more disgusting. You realize he left this stuff in the room for a week.
You know that bottle. It doesn't even show
God.
it.
And he's got the bottle. Okay, for realistically though, having worked in a restaurant, I know that A1. It says refrigerate after opening, but it's fine. You don't have to.
A1 sauce? Heck yeah.
I had a steak.
What that does say to me though is this dude does not know how to cook a steak. He has no idea what a good steak is because when you make a steak correctly, you don't need A1 sauce. A1 sauce is for bad steak. So this dude's got money, but he can't cook, and he doesn't pay people to cook for him. Whatever.
It's over here now.
On there somewhere too. Oh, it's down there
What?
by my feet. Oh man. I'm sure after this.
There's so much to take into this.
I'm sure after.
No, it's because listen. It's because back then.
I thought these were shoes at first. What even? Is that those Dinty Moore bowls? What the hell is that? I don't even know what some of this stuff is. It's on just paper plates.
So the reason I got an L-shaped desk is so I could put all of my garbage on the other side of the L, right?
This is the stupidest argument. Stupidest reasoning I've ever heard in my life. You know what I have next to my desk, my non-L-shaped desk? I've got a garbage can. I had an old garbage can that I used to have in my kitchen. I got a new one in the kitchen. I took this one and put it next to my desk. Why? So that I can throw stuff in it. And I empty it on occasion. It's a full-size garbage. You could just literally just put the stuff in the garbage can. Why would you get the...
Because it's you get two desks. And
pisses
so this
me
is
off.
where the computer is, and this is where the trash is.
Why would you get two desks? You don't get two desks. You get one desk and a garbage can. He doesn't understand the concept of a garbage can. He thinks desk, horizontal surface, you just put your trash on it. That's not what...
And so I have all of it over there. But now the other L is filled up with other stuff, so I can't fit as many drinks on there.
after this picture, like,
Amen on
there's
every
fucking
state.
food
Yeah.
down there.
I'm sure after this picture came out, it got cleaned up. You know, I'm sure it's not like this anymore, right?
It is totally like
It is.
Suddenly, I feel pretty good about myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Okay, what PewDiePie just said there, Felix, I'll just call him Felix. What Felix just said makes perfect sense. He feels good about himself. Do you know why all these people in chat are watching? You know why these people watch? You know why you watch Asmongold? Because you want to feel better about yourself. He's a slow motion train wreck, and you can't stop watching. It's kind of like if you go to the gym with a fat person, you feel so much more fit and so much less self-conscious because it's like, oh, I'm not this guy. Like, that's just the way it is.
I feel like, yeah, in a way, I'm doing a public service.
No, you're not.
Whenever I post a picture like that, because I make people feel better. So really,
God.
whenever I do that, I'm doing it for the community. I'm doing it for society. It's not.
And now he's a martyr.
That's why it was dirty in the first place, guys. It's for society. It was like it was a test, etc. Oh, that's one want to stack that cup. That's wasted room. No, you can't stack those. Like, look closer.
You're right, you can't stack those. You
If
could
look
throw
at
them in
these,
the garbage
you
and crush them
can't
down.
stack
You could do that.
these because in the process of doing that, you get like little drops of the Coke that go on the desk, and then it sticks on the desk. And if you pick up the drink, sometimes it'll fall over because you're not like paying attention to like the weight of it because it's stuck to the desk. Like I've trust me, guys.
That is the words of a man who has done this. That is the words of a man who has spilled drinks all over his desk and left the cups on the spilled drinks so that they get stuck for days. That is what that is. That is an admission that this is not abnormal. This is the norm, and it might even not be the worst.
It's like I know what's going on here.
No, he does not.
But yeah, this is that's what it is. Make a straw pile so you stack more cups. Yeah, maybe. And I don't like doing that either because you get your hands dirty. I don't like getting my hands dirty. That guy's wearing cat ear headphones. Yeah, I know. Like I was wondering that too. I love when the successful streamers YouTubers complain about the long hours. Like, you guys making $700,000 a month. The more an average person out of the year, I'd kill for the luxury to have to be able to sit at home on my computer and make that kind of money. Like, just so randomly. Like, who asked? Like, this guy, I guarantee you, like, you know, he got the whole lumber guy. Yeah, we're gonna need you to
This is a rant I'm guessing he's going to go on about how his job is probably so difficult, and there's a reason why he's able to do this. There was no luck involved. It was entirely his skill and his ability as a streamer that managed to get him into success. And I would say that that's yes and no. I would say you could find all kinds of slobs out there that people would enjoy watching, that simply people just like watching because, like I said, he's a slow motion train wreck. People don't really watch Asmongold because he's talented. He's not the best player of any game that I've ever seen, but he does talk a bit and he's somewhat entertaining, it seems like. But I think the majority of why he's entertaining is because he's gross. Because people look at him, and I mean, it's kind of like, look at the old Scarface movie, right? You know, if you want to point your fingers and say, this is the bad guy, that's the bad guy, that's the slob, that's the slow motion train wreck that I'm watching there. I'm not that. At least I'm not Asmongold. That's what people pretty much want to say. You know, people that play World of Warcraft a lot that are, I mean, on the same kind of level of, neck bearding and no-lifing, that's basically what he does, but to a much larger extreme. And people will look at that and point to him and say, that's the problem. I don't have a problem. He has a problem. But of course, in doing so, he's now able to make money to support himself, even by the fact that he has no real job, no real marketable skill, other than he talks and is gross. I mean, it seems like when I've heard him tell stories about working in an office and just not being part of the group and just kind of, telling everybody to F off, essentially, during potlucks or something. So you're just being a dick to everybody? Like that's your goal is to, just they bring food in for everyone. That's what a potluck is. Everybody brings something in and people get to have different food, and it's nice for everybody. It's a good team building thing. It's nice for everybody to, get to know each other. It's good social activity, but he just is like, I'm not cooking anything. You guys suck, and then he just takes the food. Like that's not good behavior. That's not productive behavior. That's not like a good person. That is a terrible person. And like the guy said before, people act like this guy gives good life advice. He does not. He doesn't know how to take care of anything in his house. This guy needs an actual father in his life, I think, because when I'm looking at it, he doesn't know how to do any maintenance in the house that he's in. But everything's probably going to fall way apart. He's in his 30s, doesn't know how to cook a steak. I mean, what is that? The guy has a giant mess in his room that he refuses to clean up. He can't even come up with the concept of put a garbage can there so you just throw your stuff away. He could even pay people to do it, and he doesn't do it. What? Words. I'm out of them. I'm lost.
Come on in on Saturday. And probably on Sunday too. Yeah, we're gonna need you to come in on about that time. Yeah, I guarantee you that's got to be what it is. Here's my advice, okay? For anybody who feels the same way that he does, just start making videos and start streaming. Just start doing it. Like if you've.
He's not wrong. I mean, that's literally how I got my channel to the point of, where I could make a little bit of money off it. It's very little, but I mean, it's a hobby, really, and he's not wrong. If you start a channel and you start making videos and people like what you're doing, then you'll get more people to watch what you're doing. Go figure. It's crazy, I know. But yeah, it's not bad.
Feel like this is. If you feel like this is a life that you want to live, this is something you want to do, well, I mean, at a certain point, you have to take the first step, don't you? Like, it's got to happen eventually, or it just never happens. And if you never do it, well, I mean, okay, that's fine. But don't go around and complain about other people that did. I mean, you can rebuild your life. Well, you can do something, right? I mean, you got to take control of your life in some regard. And I don't know. Boy, if I don't want to do anything, well, I mean, then just keep doing like he does. Okay, that's the way I see it. I want people to do it for me. Yeah, exactly. I'll stream if you shout me out, Asmon. I don't think that like real talk that won't even work. Like if there.
Yeah, well, that's exactly how all that works. That's how a lot of people actually got started in a lot of like other channels. Is they had groups of people. Like you look at somebody like Pro Jarrett, also by the way, huge POS. If you look at people like that had their start on other places where, you get people to essentially put your name out there and you do some advertising. I mean, you can't just stream and do YouTube and just hope that somebody discovers you. Like, that'll happen a little bit. It'll go very slowly. What you need is you need to get your videos out. You need to share on different multimedia platforms and all kinds of stuff that I don't have time to do. That's why I just tell people, hey, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And then that way I can, get my stuff out there without me having to constantly go out and spend all of my time trying to post. Because, I mean, my reach is only so far. But if I get, one person to share the video and then that person shares it to other people and more people see it, then cool, that works. That's how you do it. But, yeah, I mean, it's not... No, a shout out from somebody absolutely will help. That's the whole point of advertising in general.
There are plenty of people that get shout outs from like big streamers all the time and like their stream doesn't grow. In order to grow a stream, you got to do it yourself, man. People are so full of shit. It takes special people to be famous streamers. Well, I think that you have to, it doesn't take a special person. It takes
kind of does, yeah.
Like maybe a set of skills, maybe. But like if you go and you watch anybody's stream whenever they first started, most of the people's streams at the beginning were garbage. They were terrible. And then as time goes on, people improve the quality of their content. Like that's just what happens with anything. And so if you don't do that, then that's it. And I think that also, Mark, confident enough to stream, let's be real, well then, I mean, that's fine, right? But like there's a lot of things that you're never going to be able to do. And I think that people act like streaming is just, you just get lucky and like, 10 people play the lottery and one guy becomes a 10,000 viewer streamer and the other guys are 10 viewer streamers and there's nothing else to it besides that. I don't think that's what happens. I think that a lot of the people that are successful because they work hard. Now, are there people that are successful and they don't work as hard? Of course, yeah.
There is a huge element of luck. Like luck can be the biggest determination out of everything. And it also has a lot to do with, and it's not necessarily things that are in your control. And that's kind of the idea behind luck. When you look at like Felix there, he really got pushed in the algorithm so hard because when he was making his big rise was basically because YouTube's algorithm was pushing. Like if you were in another country, like Sweden, for example, and you spoke English, your video would go to, English speaking countries. But since you're from another country, it like more heavily weighed your content pushing out to other people. So someone who was doing basically the exact same thing as Felix back then, who was in America, would have less success in the United States because of the fact that they weren't in the United States, just because of the geographical location. And I think it's just unfortunate for those people, I guess. I mean, it's definitely a luck-based system. That's not saying that Felix doesn't have any kind of talent. Clearly he does. Clearly he has some kind of work ethic. I would say he's definitely faking a lot of his reactions. So, yeah, I mean, he has some skill there, and he's entertaining to watch to some people. I'm not a huge fan, but whatever.
And there's people that work hard and are not successful.
Oh, but that's the other thing is I knew a guy, for example, right around the time that the big I don't want to say the words because of YouTube, but the sickness that was going around a couple years ago. I guess that's still going around in some way or another. When that first started, and everybody had to make their face coverings. There was a guy who started a sewing machine repair channel, and the guy, his channel exploded right around that time. It was crazy, and it was a lucky time that he started that, because he started that, and then that happened, and then everything the stars aligned and made it perfect. Even guys like James Rolfe, the Angry Video Game Nerd, will say that he just started making videos and got lucky that a lot of people liked it and saw what he did. The guy's still talented. I think he's very talented, and he put a lot of time into doing what he does. But there is definitely a degree that is luck based.
But I guarantee you that you're gonna have a better chance if you try. No, I think that's it. I think people just like to cope and say that it's luck or there's something that's out of their control because it makes them feel better about the fact that they're not in that situation while simultaneously not putting themselves in a spot to try to get there. So that's what I think. I think it's coping in pretty much all regards. You're 100% right. People that get famous off the coattails of the bigger friends. Yeah, but not everybody does. And I think that it takes a person to do that specifically as well. You don't need so much viewers to live from streaming anyway. That's very true too. Yeah, you've got to keep that in mind. You need luck at first. I don't how do you get lucky at how did I get lucky? For example, I didn't have a bunch of big streamers hosting me. I didn't really collab with a lot of people. I just made videos that were good and people watched the videos and then I streamed. And
so he's yes and no to him. He actually did get somewhat lucky that the right people that watched him were people that wanted to take his content and sort of make it their own. And they put it onto YouTube, right? Like the people, he said this, I think, one time where he was talking about, I don't watch too many of his videos, but I remember one time I saw him talk about how people would take his videos from Twitch and they would put them on YouTube, and he didn't, report them at the time or anything, which is, when you're developing, growing, that's smart, absolutely smart. I would never expressly give them permission to do that, because if you do, then you're giving them, you're basically giving them the full rights to that content. If you want to take it back at any point, you can't, because you decided to give that to them. So I would say that, he did get lucky there, because there's people that found his content and took it and basically they made a brand out of him without him having to do anything, right? And I would say, again, it's probably more because of the train wreck aspect than anything else.
And then people watch the streams. I don't know. I mean, that helps. You came from YouTube. Well, then start on YouTube. It's just
Simple.
that simple.
Oh, of course. Yeah. All right, so I think I've said everything I need to say. I don't think there's much else for me to talk about with this. That was just gross. I think the guy is basically a child still. I think he's not very well versed in how to live life. He doesn't know how to cook. He doesn't know how to clean. He doesn't know how to put his house in order and stand up straight with his shoulders back. You know, that kind of thing. No, but the guy just doesn't know how to do simple life things, and that's indicative that he didn't have a father teaching him what to do. Not that you can't learn that without a father, but it makes it a hell of a lot easier when you have a dad coming in going, son, you need to clean your damn room. This is disgusting. Because, you know, that guy is the one that owns the house and has to maintain it and says, yeah, I know what's about to happen here. This is going to get disgusting. We're going to have rodents, which apparently does. And they're going to have bugs and they're going to have all kinds of stuff that you got to pay more money for later after the fact. The house just falls apart eventually because you just can't take care of anything properly. I mean, not only the fact that like all that stuff is there is a health hazard, it's also a fire hazard. If you know, like, I mean, he used to have people in the house smoke. Like, he probably still does. Actually, I think somebody talked about him having a bong on the desk. I don't know, but there's so many things wrong with that, and so many hazards involved. It's just like, why would you not just keep your stuff at least somewhat clean? You know, like, I'm not saying you can't have like stuff on your desk for a couple of days. Maybe I think it's still gross. Like, I think you still need to take the dishes out of your room. You know, at least every day. You know, maybe, or maybe at least every other day, depending on what it is. I mean, if you got bowls of milk or something in your room, it's going to be disgusting. It's going to smell horrible. You got to take care of stuff. That's just horrible. It's disgusting. But anyway. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you liked the video, please like, comment, subscribe, and hey, share this video. Would help me get more exposure, and that's actually probably more important than the other things. So thanks a lot. I'll see you on the next one. Until then, try not to die.